There's some Tony Robbins for you this morning. This morning on this Memorial Day. The name of that video or the name of that clip was "You're one decision away from a different life." You're one decision away from a different life. Is that your belief? Is that your belief, right? Because again, if we change our thinking, we change our life. Our belief system, our limiting beliefs, the beliefs we hold to be true is what happens, right? Like, it's what manifests in our life. It's what we tend to focus on. So, is your belief that you're one decision away from your entire life changing? You're one thought away, right? A decision is you just making a solidified, like, again, drawing a hard line in the sand, taking a thought and saying, that's what we're going to do. Do you know that you're one decision away from your whole life being different? This has got to be your belief, especially if you want to get to the life that you don't need a break from, especially if you're continuing to learn and grow and get to that place. You got to know that, man, I just got to make some decisions. We probably got to make some better decisions. We probably got to make some faster decisions. And we got to take action. That's all the stuff that you heard in there. Again, not any of this stuff is new to you, most likely, right? It's not new. It's just, are we doing the stuff that we already know? Are we doing the things that we know will get us to the life that we want, even though it's hard, even though it's sometimes counterintuitive to what our family says or what society says or what we feel like doing? If we know it's right, are we doing it? How many times in there did you hear him say something along the lines of, life's not what happens to you, right? It's how you react to it. We say it all the different ways. Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. Life isn't happening to you, life is happening for you. These are beliefs, though. They're not just like cute little anecdotal type sayings. Like these are beliefs. Like, do you believe that, like, if you got in a car accident, that there's some seed of opportunity there? There's something that's going to make you better. There's something that you needed to learn. If you see the thing happen to your family member, are you naturally thinking life is like, this is the bad part of life? Life happens to us in this way, or is life happening for you to learn something, to connect with someone, to have an opportunity there? How do you view life? Because if you change your thinking, it's when your life changes. You got to make some decisions. Decisions are the father of all actions. That's what Tony Robbins said in there. Decisions are the father of all actions. So before you take action, you made a decision. So if you're not taking action, right? Just on Friday, we listened to Mel Robbins, right? Talk about being stuck, being in a place that's stuck. It's probably because you're not making decisions to take action, right? The way we get out of being stuck is we take action, we do something, we move. Tony Robbins is big on changing your physiology. What does that mean? That means the way you move your body. If you're stuck in your head and you're not thinking clearly, or you feel like you're stuck in a certain area, brain's a little foggy, not taking the action, change your physiology. Go on a run, go on a walk, do some push-ups, go outside, right? Like, move your body differently. Your physiology will change than the thought processes that you have. And then you might be able to start taking some action. So you got to make some decisions. You got to take some action. You got to change your physiology. What does it mean, and what are you going to do about it? The stories that we tell ourselves about the events that happen in our lives. You're always creating two stories. What did it mean? Like, you get to decide the meaning. You get to decide the meaning. Always remember that. In our text, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, it talks about separating truth from fact. Separating truth from fact. So just because you went through an event, the story you gave it of what that means might not be fact. Might be how you see the truth, but it might not be the fact. That's why, and again, I don't know if it was in this video or a different video, you can have multiple people that experience the same thing and all have a different story about what that means for them and in their life. Because it's really just about how you've attached it, right? Like how you're kind of looking at it. So what does it mean? And then what are you going to do about it? What does it mean? What story are you attaching to it? And then what are you going to do? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So once you have something, what do you do? What choices do you make to get out of it, to change it, to make it better, to, right, to get the opportunity out of it? I don't know. But what changes do you need to make? Said another way, what decisions do you need to make? And in our text, it says champions are decisive. I've read this before, but I just want you to understand making a decision is a trait of world-class performers, like making like fast like decisions, like I'm done being in this place. I'm not going to wallow here. I'm not going to think about it a bunch of different ways before I take action. I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to go. I'm not going to stay in the middle. I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to make a decision and I'm going to go. And it says it in here. I'm going to read this. But again, the reason why you can do that is because you know whether you make the right decision or the wrong decision, it doesn't matter. You get to make another decision. But not making a decision is also a decision, right? Not choosing is also choosing. So we have to actually make a decision to get to the life that we want. We have to make a decision to get to the life we don't need a break from. That's how you do it. It's not through the indecisiveness. It's not through the waiting and the thinking and that's not how we get there. It's by making a decision and going in that direction. Just like Tony Robbins said, once we make a decision, then all of our energy and our focus goes in that direction, and then we make that thing happen. Here's what it says in the text. It says, while average performers are timid and lack confidence in their own judgment, champions are known for their ability to make decisions, especially under pressure. The difference is courage and confidence. The difference is courage and confidence. Even the best leaders are uncertain about their decisions in an environment of unprecedented change. The difference is their willingness to make a decision and take full responsibility for the outcome. Amateur performers habitually play not to lose and procrastinate because they fear making a mistake. The great ones know mistakes will be made and can be corrected. Their willingness to assume full responsibility for their decisions eliminates the need to gather more input than is absolutely necessary. Developing a sound decision-making process while understanding every decision is somewhat a gamble is the foundation of superior leadership. Professional performers can lead people and organizations effectively under such high pressure constraints because they possess the self-trust necessary to make a decision without fear. Generally speaking, the higher the leadership position, the greater, the deeper the leader's self-trust must be. Courage, self-trust, and the willingness to assume full responsibilities for the outcomes of their decisions are mandatory traits of competent and effective leaders. Go back to that sentence that says the difference is courage and confidence. How much are you building your courage and your confidence? How much are you working on those two aspects? If you struggle to make a decision, if you've struggled to make a decision in your health, if you struggle to make a decision in some relationship or with your job or some business or right, something, you've struggled to make a decision. You're still on the fence. You've been on the fence for a long time. You haven't 100% said, this is the direction I'm going. I'm burning all the bridges on the other side. I'm cutting off any other possibilities. I don't have a plan C, D, E, F, G. I'm going this direction. If you struggle to do that, to be like, this is the direction I'm going, knowing that even if you chose the wrong way, you can course correct. Even if you make a decision and you're like, oh, 6 months later, 4 months later, 2 years later, you're like, that wasn't the right decision. Well, because you have courage and confidence, you're not timid, you don't lack confidence in your own judgment. You know, we all make decisions and we all make some good decisions, we all make some poor decisions, and we're not judging ourselves if we make a poor one. We're just going to course correct and we're going to make a different decision. It's that simple. But if we're not there, and it just takes us so long because we're so scared of the decision we're going to make. Well, if I do this, well, what happens if this happens and this happens? And we think of all of the things, and then it causes us to not make a decision. We need to rid ourselves of that. We probably need some more courage and we need some more confidence. We need to build our courage. We need to build our confidence. How do you build your courage? Keep doing the thing you're scared of. Don't run away. That's how we build courage. You build courage by facing the thing that you don't want to face, by facing the hard thing, by doing the hard thing. The more you chip away at it, the more courage you have to see, oh man, this is easy. Oh, that's not scary. There's really no boogeyman under the bed. Oh, if I just turn the light on in the closet, it's fine. I'm good. You have to face it. So how much are you facing the things you're scared of? How much are you facing the things you're not good at? How much are you facing the things that you're amateurish at? Like, how much are you doing that on a daily basis? Because that'll help you then make better decisions because you're building your courage. What's the other one? You're building your confidence. We could all use a little more confidence, I'm sure, but how do you build your confidence? You keep small promises you make to yourself. That assumes you make promises to yourself. You tell yourself you're going to do something and you do it. It could be small. I'm going to make my bed every day, and then you do it. I'm going to wake up at 7:30 a.m. every day, and then you do it. I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, and then you do it. You keep small promises that you keep making to yourself. You keep holding an expectation for you, and then you keep showing up for you. Forget other people. You keep showing up for you. The reason why we lose confidence, we lose self-trust, self-worth is because we stop keeping the promises that we're making to ourselves. Eventually, we stop making promises to ourselves. We stop telling ourselves we're going to do things. We stop holding ourselves to a standard. So we lose confidence over time. We lose confidence in our own word, in our own ability, in our own judgment, in our own decision-making process. We lose confidence over time. So if you want to get to the life that you want, you want to get to the life you don't need a break from, you actually have to rebuild some of these things if you don't have them. You have to rebuild your courage. You have to rebuild your confidence. This is the real work. Right? Again, like sometimes we don't focus on the things that actually move the needle. The 20% of things that make 80% of the difference. The 20% of things that'll make 80% of the difference in your life. If you just focused on building your courage and your confidence, what would that do to your life? Would that be part of the 20% that moves the needle 80%? That then all of a sudden helps you get clearer mentally, that helps you make more decisions, that helps you speak up to those people at your job, that helps you have that conversation with those people that you've been scared to have a conversation with, for you to ask for what you want in business. What if just working on your courage and your confidence leads to all the rest? That's why this is the mental gym. This is the gym. This is the work. You come to the gym to lift weights, to leave with a sweat, right? To leave with the muscles hurting a little bit, to be a little bit sore the next day. That's how you know you're growing. That's how you got to take on your personal growth, personal development. You got to do it so much that it leaves you a little sore. It leaves you a little like hurt from the day. Like your brain gets a little tired. Like you start challenging your thoughts so much that like you go to sleep a little confused every once in a while. Like, man, what am I doing? How's it right? Like you have to work that muscle so that you can make better decisions, so we can get to the life that we don't need a break from. That's what it says. Lee Iacocca has this quote. He says, if I had to sum it up in one word, what makes a good manager, I'd say decisiveness. You can use the fanciest computers to gather the numbers, but in the end of the day, you have to set a timetable and act. The action step for today says, take a decision you've been putting off for a while and decide on a course of action, within the next 24 hours. Decision-making skills are like muscles. Listen to me. Decision-making skills are like muscles. They can only be built through use. Decision-making skills are like muscles. Some of us haven't flexed our decision-making skill muscles, so they've atrophied. They've gotten to a place where you don't maybe even know how to use them. So guess what we got to do? We got to get back in the gym. We got to start building up those muscles. I know it's going to hurt in the beginning. I know it's going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning. But if you want to go off and get to a life you don't need a break from, you got to do some of these things. I love you guys. I want you to win. It's a holiday. I'm proud of y'all for showing up. So many people don't show up on holidays. So many people take it as a day off, another day to relax and do all the things. You guys show up. You're focused on your personal growth, focused on your personal development. I'm extremely proud of all of you for continuing to go down the path. Again, never said this thing was going to be easy. It's going to be worth it though. when you get a chance to become the man or woman God called you to be, from doing all the work, all the sacrifices, all the changing and the challenging yourself and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It will all be worth it when you get a chance to meet that man or woman in the future. Love you guys. Go out, do something that scares you today. Have a conversation with someone that you normally don't. Enjoy your holiday barbecue. Do whatever you're going to do. Let's jump back here on Wednesday and stay locked in and get to that next level so we can get to the life we don't need a break from. Love you guys. Enjoy your Monday. We'll talk soon.